Hello there, I am Mindfiend, this is The Secret World, and this is Little Boo. Now, I've got some ability points I can spend, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change up here a bit. I don't like this Hand of Change. There's a better one called Escalation. To get that, I'm going to have to spend a point to buy Gnosis. Whenever you hit a weakened target, there's a 33% chance to perform additional hit, dealing 16 magical damage, which is nice to have. And at the moment we've got the room for it. Now Escalation, this is an instant, it's a builder, it's a point blank area of effect, player based area of effect, and it affects up to 6 enemies in a 5-meter area around you. So it's a good one when you're fighting, for instance, lots of groups of these little zombies. We'll buy that because it builds a resource, it also deals 36 magical damage and generates a high amount of hate. All good things for a tank. We'll swap that around there. I'm going to move these about a bit in a minute. And because we've just bought that, then we'll buy Intensity, which improves Escalation by reducing the chance that it will glance by 5%, increasing the hate it generates by a further 20%, and it will also cause the affected targets to become weakened by a single stack of the exposed effect, which increases all damage received by 2% per stack for 10 seconds. So every time you hit it, you're adding a debuff on them, which will mean they take more damage, up to about 20% more. So it's a really good thing to have. Now let's have a look here. I like to use 3, 4 and 5 as my keys that I keep my fingers on, because that way then it's easy to go just a little bit to the right to get to 7, it's easy to go a little bit to the left to get to 1. Call of Eris is a good consumer, Hell to Pay is a good consumer, a good consumer. Because this will now weaken enemies, if we hit with this first we can then hit with this, which also starts putting up damage to a group of enemies. And then number 1 is kept for dealing damage to a single target. It's much better for a single target is number 1 because it deals 72 damage, whereas this only deals 36 per target. Hand of Change again is something for if it's just a single target on its own. So I think we'll swap those two around. Therefore, if we've got just one unit, one creature, we'll use 1 and 2. If not, we'll be hitting with 3 most of the time. We'll probably go in with 5, hit with 3 until we've built up enough to then hit with 5 and 4 here, these two. Right. Okay. Now let's see, can we do another mission for Sheriff Helen? We're going to do Horror Show. This will take us into our first instance along the way. So you'll get to see something of that.
Well, sure wasn't in our yearly budget to put the town under martial law. No, the good old boys on the council were all about thrifty spending, at least above the table. So I squirreled away where I could for some surveillance equipment. Police business, sure, let's call it civic awareness. I'm talking your webcams, your motion sensors. Oh, don't look so surprised. Kingsmouth might be out in the sticks, but we have electricity and everything. Running water in tourist season. Come back when this whole damn mess is blown over, I'll give you the tour far as the old lighthouse. But, to get to the point of it. Seems to me we should bring that gear out of mothballs and get it hooked up around town. Gives me some early warning and the others a break from my collection of Jeopardy reruns.
She makes me laugh when she says, and we even have running water in the tourist season. So let's have a look. Horror Show now. Sheriff Bannerman believes that mounting surveillance equipment near the police station can provide advanced warning of any impending attacks. She needs help to find useful equipment around the town. Even a small town like Kingsmouth should have some security measures. Perhaps some of the local businesses have installed surveillance systems. Check the phone book for likely candidates. Check a phone book for secured businesses. So in other words, find places that have got security cameras and take them from them. Bring them here to the police station. And there are 3 places here. They've got the Franklin Foundation Mining Museum, which has got camera. The Kingsmouth Savings and Loan has got cameras on Lovecraft Lane. And the Psychoil gas station on Belmont Avenue. So we've got 2 on Belmont Avenue, and then there's the one at the end of Lovecraft Lane. Although technically, yeah. I think we'll go to the Psychoil. Yeah, go to the Psychoil gas station first. It's the easiest, really, being straight down Elm Street. And now I'll show you what we do. We hit straight away with the big builder. Sorry, with the consumer, and then with the builder. And this is the new attack, the escalation. It's a really, really good Chaos Abilities escalation. So we just go in, hit with the hammer consumer to do a lot of damage straight away. And then hit with the magical claws. Always bothers me that though, that it looks like magical claws and yet it's not a claws ability. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. There we go. Deal with them much better now. And it's nice just to be able to kill off groups of the returned townies, of the zombies. Somebody's overturned trash can there. But we're heading down for the Psychoil gas station. As you can see, easy gas. Now if you look at the names of them, they're all in red, but to the left of the names they have a white dotted 3 dots. That means these are pack monsters, and this is what tells you really what the level is. White means they're basically equal level to me, and they're a pack, a horde creature, so they'll all attack at once. The actual name in red basically means that they will attack when you get near them. The ones in yellow, if you remember from the tutorial, the ones in yellow didn't attack me at all until I attacked those. So this is the gas station. It looks like there's been quite a bit of damage done here. But here's the security camera we want, so we've got to find a way to get to it. And that's done by coming round the back here. Just jumping up and up. And there's the camera on the corner, so just press U to collect it. This poor fella, he must have got knocked there by the Drogue warmonger that we fought earlier on, or something of a similar ilk. And as you can see, there are ravens all over town. There's the post office again with the van. Now, we've got the one from the Psycho gas station, so retrieve the camera from Kingsmouth Savings and Loan next. So let's head for Kingsmouth Savings and Loan. You might notice that we can actually drop and jump incredible distances. That's all down to the anima effect. Let me take this down for the time being so you can see a bit more. Those monsters can't catch the guy on the motorcycle, so they'll run as far as they can, and then the leash will pull them back. And that's what's happening there now. They get pulled back to the place where they left from. It's called a leash. It's basically so that somebody can't just run all over the town and drag monsters from everywhere and have everything following them. Let me just swap these two around because I prefer these two in the other order. I prefer my big hit on 5. There we go. So we're on Lovecraft Lane here, and at the bottom of Lovecraft Lane there's this place here which is actually the Kingsmouth Savings and Loan, and they have a security camera there that we can take. So now we need to get one from the mining museum. As you can see out here is Fletcher Bay. That's got some really nasty creatures down there. Drowned mariners, Fager impalers. Those are a bit more sea monsters than just the drowned zombies that came back. Something yellow there. Is just a light from the door, is it? Yep, it's not a pickup. So we've got to find the security camera here, and it's there. So the way we get that is we can come around the back here, past the parking meters, and there's a ladder here for us to climb. Sabotage missions focus on subterfuge. They are about evading guards and surveillance cameras and bypassing dangerous traps. These missions display your finesse over your power. And that's what this means. It means it's a sabotage mission. Not necessarily named quite correctly, I don't think, in a way. You know, I think in some ways stealth mission is better term for it, but let's zoom out a little bit. As you can see, we're on the roof here. You can see down onto Lovecraft Lane and out across Fletcher Bay. We'll be going on all this area, all out there to thing, but you can see something waving out there in the distance. That's scary, something big. But we'll actually be going right out along here, along the Poor Road there. I think it's called Poor Road, is it? Oops, wrong one. That's B. M for map. Poor Cove. Poor Cove, that's called. Tribute to Edgar Allan Poe. What we need to do is we need to jump across this gap onto the roof of the mining museum. And examine this security camera. Josiah, this is the one that needs changing. Have it done before I'm back from Bangor. New cameras are in the basement. Remember to fill out the repair form and file it with the museum admins. James Morris, FMM janitor. Well, it looks like he didn't do what he was supposed to do, because it's still the broken camera. So we've got to go into the basement to get excuse me, got to go into the basement to get the working one. The camera at the mining museum was broken. A note left by the janitor indicates that the replacements are in the museum basement. Go to the basement and pick up a working camera. Enter the mining basement. Okay. Right. So let's enter the mining museum. And here we are. We've found the Franklin Foundation Mining Museum now. So we found the Sheriff's Office, Susie's Diner. We've found Kingsmouth itself. We've found Priest House, and Franklin, and the Franklin Foundation Mining Museum. We've still got other places to see to get the townie achievement. That was climbing the ladders, which I didn't look at the time. Ladders can be found all over the game world. Several missions require that they are used to access otherwise inaccessible locations. If a ladder is climbable, it will be highlighted as yellow and your mouse cursor will change into a ladder icon. Right-click the ladder to start climbing. Be careful when climbing a ladder, as when you move left or right, it can cause you to fall off. But this is a really nice place. Let's go into first person. Although no, because it changes the movement controls when you're in first person a little bit. But there's the Blue Ridge mine. There's all books on here and photographs of old miners. Even come round the back and look, posters for Solomon County. Water coolers. Desktop PC. Can't go upstairs though, because the way is blocked by some tables. And here's an old minecart. One of the very old ones. With a pickaxe. Where we're going is we want to go down into the basement, which, as I say, is a solo instance. Do you want to enter the mining museum basement? Yes. The most powerful talismans and weapons are found in dungeons. Ask in local chat to see if anybody wants to form a group. Whatever she's facing is big. Now, we're in the museum basement now. Look there. Ask the janitor about the cameras.
I think you should go away. You should go away now. You need to go away because I'm not feeling very stable right now.
So the janitor is infected with the filth, which we saw in the Dream of New York. So the filth has even made its way to Kingsmouth. That's not good. There's all sorts of things down here. Old mining rails, but as you can see there are lasers as well. We've done tier 2 because we spoke to the janitor. A man has sought refuge in the basement and filled it with booby traps. Proceed carefully and search for the box of cameras. Find a way to bypass all the booby traps. This can be frustrating when you're new, or even when you're not, because if you trip these wires or you get caught in the view of the cameras, the whole place is going to detonate and you're going to die. So the idea is not to break the beams and not to get seen by the camera. So let's jump this first beam. Jump the second one. And the third one. Now, he is behind a complete wall of beams, so we'll have to find a way to switch those off. Now if you look in here, you can see there are security cameras, and they've got pools of light where they're looking. If they see us, if we step into one of those pools of light, the traps are going to go off. Got to thread our way between the pools of light. Now we could go this way along the boxes, but we could also go this way around. And let's switch that off. We're okay again now. Right, now there's a wall of lights here, but there is a gap. I'm going to change to walking mode, which is backspace, so that I can just walk between here, because when you're running it's a bit difficult to see. Thread my way through there, and then round this end, and once again he's behind completely blocked thing, so I'll change back to run. He's behind a completely blocked, oops, I don't want to do that, you have to be very careful. Happens when you double tap. Now as you can see in here is a bit more dangerous because they're moving around those lights. Can I get up there? I don't know whether I can jump this. Nope. Oh! Oh, I got seen. It's going to blow up. I'm going to get killed. Nothing you can do. Oh, I got away from the explosions. Just got to try and dodge the lights. It's not quite as easy as it seems because they're wait till that goes back over to the wall over there on the right. Want it to go on the right. Go on the right. Right, there we go. Now we can run up underneath it. Okay. That class is seeing me? There we go. Right. Well, I didn't get the achievement for doing it without being seen. But I didn't actually get blown up. Which is a bonus. pull back because they tend to blow up and with a bit of poison. Take the materials and the packs. Let's collect the lore while we're here. Ooh, see, there's a bit of filth there as well. That must be how he got infected. Somebody sent it to him in a box. The filth. Our wisdom flows so sweet, taste and see. Transmit. Initiate Kepler-pod signal. Receive. Initiate Cuttleink frequency. Handle with care. Initiate the Chernobyl syntax. Avoid contact with skin. Initiate the eel mucus lexicon. Harmful or fatal if swallowed. Flip the ace of ruin and witness the filth. Filth's very much sort of like the anti-bee, it seems. While the bee may well be not necessarily the good, but a life affirming thing, the filth is definitely the opposite. So let's get the creative cameras. Right. The janitor was a frightful sight. Something seeped into his very skin and changed him somehow. Was he even human any longer? Still, the sheriff is waiting. Better get out of the creepy basement and start installing those cameras around the police station. So we've got to get to the police station and put the cameras on now. And it's sort of like it's a nice little stealth mission, but it can be frustrating because you can't quite tell when those cameras can see you and when they can't sometimes. As you noticed, they do pick you up sometimes when you think they wouldn't. Do you want to travel back to Kingsmouth Town? Yes, please. Story missions follow your progression through the game. Don't try to do the entire story mission in one go. Develop your character along the way. Good advice. In other words, don't just follow the story mission. Do plenty of side questing and you'll be okay. I thought he was a zombie coming for me. Right, let's head back up Elm Street. We've got the 4 markers you can see there are the 4 places they want you to attach the cameras to. And along the way I'm going to attract zombies and kill them off. Right, the first one seems to be behind this house on the left here, so let's head over there. Just raise the camera up a little bit. Let's have these as well. Thank you for joining in when you wasn't necessary. Right, here's one place where we can attach a camera. So let's attach that one. We'll do them in the order here, going round from right to going round to the left. So come through the safety of the police station. Thank you. Right. Put the camera up on that. That post. Now we're coming over this way. Every chance you get, just farm some zombies. There we go, we've got to put it up there. There's another one, and then the last one goes over here. Now over here, there's a group of people in white uniforms with blue berets. They are called the Council of Venice. They're sort of like, I'm not sure a neutral faction is the right way to describe them. But they're neither none of the three main ones, the three Dragon, Illuminati, Templar. And you can use, there are actually shops. There's a chemist and a arms dealer, etc. I'll show you in a moment. The cameras are installed. Return to the sheriff's office to initialize the system. Use the police computer to initialize the system. So let's just go over here and grab the law here. Council of Venice. The Council of Venice. Our wisdom flows so sweet, taste and see. Transmit. Initiate the assembly signal. Receive. Initiate the lame behemoth syntax. Deadlock voting remains unbroken. Initiate the Armageddon proclamation. Sound and fury signifying nothing. The technicolor spectrum. Witness the Council of Venice. The bees don't have a very high opinion of the Council of Venice if you listen to it. Excuse me. But you can open the shops and you can buy different things from them, etc. What I'm going to do is I'm going to repair, because I need my equipment repairing, and it'll cost me 20 for that, 80 for this, 60 and 20. So repair all, because I took that damage when I died on Elm Street. Now let's get back to the station and complete the mission. We've got to go to the police computer and set up the cameras so that it will give them, the defenders in the station, a bit of a better view of the zombies and the attacks, and a bit of forewarning for what's coming. There you go, nice outfit. I think we've worn the same dress to the party.
Now you are a sight for sore eyes.
Yes, I am, aren't I? So here we go. Let's open the computer terminal. Right. Type help for a list of available commands and type quick to exit any time. Station security system. So we'll press number 1. Number 1, initiate security cameras. Initialize security cameras. Initializing. There you go. And you can view the cameras now, so we can view the feed from number 1. And that's the camera out there. Camera number 2 over near the on the corner of the house, which we looked at when these are the barricades we defended. Yep. Camera number 3. There's the Council of Venice, and you get a view out of the camera, out of the station that way. And finally, camera number 4. Let's have a look. Camera number 4, which is the entrance into the station. The motorbikes that you can get, you actually have to buy from the store if you want one of those, and they are quite costly at the moment. I work it out at about £17 actually for the mount, but I do believe, you know, it's a good thing to support support this game as much as possible. So all we've got to do now is send the report. Good news, the camera systems you've installed is up and running and on our end as well. It is tactically useful for the local officers to see incoming threats. However, we are particularly keen to analyse visual data of the enemy from an R&D perspective. The janitor you encountered showed symptoms of an unfamiliar infection. There were signs of humanity in the midst of his tentacular mutation. We hesitate to classify him without more data. Richard Sonak. And we get some sequence of Solomon Island, some 5,000 Pax Romana, and we get some precision dice, which we need the minor talisman skill to be able to wear. So let's have a look straight away at that. Okay. Minor talisman skill. We've got 2 points. So we'll buy this. And because we've got 1 other point as well, I'll buy the head talisman one as well. Just so that we can put some talismans on as we need them. The ability wheel, I've got 2 points, but I'm going to be saving up. I don't want from there anymore. I do want to save up to get Stone Cold, which will increase Stone Wall. And we do need everything, so those will be got at a later date. Now let's see, that's the one. That's the same as what we're wearing, isn't it? Is it? No, that's a little bit better than the one we're wearing. So let's change to that. Yes. So that's the old one now. Yep. This thing, what's this? 174 health plus 23 attack rating. So all it is a boost to health. That it's not much use to our crit power or our attack rating, so I don't want that. Cards, we haven't got any cards. They'll give us 48 health plus 34 heal rating. Well, we might as well take them for the time being because we don't have anything in this slot. Oh, I've just done that when I looked at without looking at this. Stupid. Well, they will give us higher attack and higher hit rating. All I would lose is the heal rating. So what I think I'm going to leave those for the time being, and we'll see how we go, because it's nice to have a bit of healing going. I'll keep it. I'm not going to break them down. I will keep them. That gun can come over here. Now these I don't particularly need. I could sell. I should have sold that to the Council of Venice. You only get 1 for it, but it's something I just want to get rid of. Thug's hammer. It's no, this is just a hammer. It's not as good as my Thug's hammer. It does 4 extra weapon damage, but not as good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that over here for a reason, to remind me to break it down. No, I'll leave it there. I'll remember to break it down afterwards. Heal over time effect. So we've got heal 600, heal damage over time, and an energy barrier. Okay. Right. Now we've done 2 missions for Officer Bannerman now. I think next time we might run down to the bottom of Elm Street and do the delivery mission, because that will take us somewhere we want to go as well. But for the time being, I'll say thank you very much for watching. I've been Mindfiend. You guys, as always, have been wonderful. Bye for now.